right, this is a test of the emergency
boobcast system. Hello, baby. I am Sally Sexy.
I'm Mitch Jagundo.
And this is
the Crazy Camming Couple Podcast.
With special guest star, Lily the Barking Bean. It's all gonna be about bukkake.
Bukkake, a term that Sally just found out about.
Yeah, I had no idea what bukkake was.
Bukkake.
And then I learned about it. I'm like, I need bukkake hair conditioner.
That would be a great name for hair conditioner.
Bukkake it out.
Bukkake.
Yeah.
It'll keep you stiff all day.
Yeah, baby, bukkake it on.
Bukkake.
I really had no idea what it was. I learn a lot almost every day we cam.
You watched porn though, but you don't know all the acronyms and all the different things.
I don't think I've ever heard bukkake.
Never heard bukkake.
No.
Bukkake.
No, not in anything that I've ever watched. You've heard bukkake?
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny when we're camming. I gotta go to. I'm like, what are they talking about, Mitch?
Well, that means this. That means that. There are times when I'm like, I don't know what that means.
It's very far and few between, though.
Yeah, it's not a lot that I don't know.
You're very well versed.
I'm very well versed in porno acronyms.
Mm-hmm.
That's lingo. This is why I'm a fun guy. Fun guy.
Fun guy. Bukkake guy.
Bukkake.
It's like just such a fun word to say.
You got a one-man bukkake in the hotel that we were at the weekend before last. That's all over the place.
Oh yeah.
You got
totally.
I gave you a little love.
You blasted me.
Love blast.
You tend to get in my hair a lot. You do. You
I overshoot the target. Is that what you're saying?
You do, and it's usually a big blob of it too. Yeah, it's more like glop.
Thank you.
He's loaded. He's locked and loaded.
Loaded for bear.
Yeah.
For boob. Oh yeah, baby.
So on that note, welcome everybody, and we're here for another episode of your sexy bukkake couple.
Sexy and Jagundo learn about bukkake.
Yeah.
Bukkake. And once again, I'm half shirtless. I have this thing that we bought for liquid.
Oh yeah, put your leg down. Let him see it. Let him. Yeah, go, baby, go, daddy.
Which I'm not in any way a daddy. I'm not. We say, hey, daddy.
Hey, daddy.
I guess the age is a thing, but the parental situation is not there at all. There is no daddy. I am daddy to no one.
Oh man, we got a lot to go over. So, first things first. When we were at Liquid Lust this year, when we are at
Liquid Lust this year, that will be the premiere of our 100th podcast. That'll be the premiere of our 100th podcast. We will be probably doing our 101st podcast at Liquid Lust. Yeah. We'll be hanging out and podcasting and doing, and I'm sure we'll be like, oh my goodness, oh my, okay, all right, I'll be learning new things.
It's definitely gonna be an experience.
Yeah, so they'll all be adults, so there won't be any diapers in any pools.
Although you never know.
Hopefully nobody's into that there, please.
Those were some big diapers.
Yeah, the Pastel Boutique.
Yeah.
There's some big diapers there, man. Not my thing, not my fetish, not my situation. You know, if you're into that, that's cool, but no thank you.
You would need a little diaper because you got a nice tush.
I don't know. Last night, that one person that was in there was like, oh my God, he's got no ass. I was like, well, first of all, I'm turned sideways. I don't know how you know if I have an ass or not. And second of all,
yeah, I know the angle was all wrong.
I don't really care.
I tell you what, the balls make up for the ass.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Most of these guys, I'm sorry, people, but a lot of you guys, you got big cocks, but you got not big balls. It just seems
the social pages say
you got some big balls. Like I look at them and I'm like, damn, Jagundo's got some. They're clackers.
Clankers. Got some clankers going on there, boy. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, you got a big package this week. Ginormous package.
I did get a big package. Are we talking about the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that a couple weeks ago, actually. And I
Yeah.
just built it now. So, as I guess some of you might know from watching the podcast, I used to heavily ride BMX and race BMX, and I was big into BMX. I still love BMX. BMX is my thing. I'm one of the Generation Xers, the first guys who did BMX, and in my area, I was one of the first guys who rode freestyle BMX, had a freestyle team, did a lot of stuff like that. Anyway, big into BMX. Last year, they brought out this bike. I was totally stoked on it. It was a shitload of money, but I was like, oh, I ride as a 20-inch bike. I don't ride mountain bikes or anything. I still ride a 20-inch. I still ride a 20-incher. Ran just like Sally. So I got I ordered the bike, man. It took a while to come in because of all the supply chain issues. Thank you. And this came in like about a month, not a month, but a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to sit there for a little while because of all the things that we do. But I finally got around to building my bike.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1982 repop of the original Harrow Master, all chrome, really bitchin' looking. I put tough wheels on it. I put a big number plate on it too with a bunch of artwork. And it's definitely like I have in my possession 5 different BMX bikes. I have a repop Perry PK Ripper, like the World Championship bike that he rode. I have a 1980 something repop of a Harrow Bash Guard Master, a repop of a 1986 Green Harrow Master, and then this original 82 Harrow Master. And I have as an exercise bike, I have a PK Ripper, Pro PK Ripper, that's up on one of those treadmill things that I just use that to just use as a treadmill and ride a bike, and a stationary bike. And but the PK Ripper and this bike are definitely my 2 favorite bikes. This bike is so cool. I put the tough wheels on it. It's really fucking wild looking. It's just I have to put a picture of it up here with it, but I'm stoked on it. So we'll be riding that all summer long and playing around. I'll probably throw up a few videos of me doing. I can still do a few tricks. I'm not like I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I should put up some videos of what I used to do, but
yeah,
I was a stunt man before I became a stunt wang.
Mm-hmm.
Stunt stud. I'm stunt stud.
Mm-hmm.
Stunt stud to Sally Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I put that all together. I went down to the basement. I actually videoed the whole thing of doing it. Went together pretty easily. I used to be a bike mechanic, so yeah, it was cool, man. It's a cool bike. Loving it, digging it, and stoked on it. So we'll be putting some of that out there.
So how many pieces was that thing in when you went?
They're not. They come bikes when they come from overseas. They're in a big bike box. Basically, they take the handlebars off. They take the front wheel off and the pedals off, and that's everything else is together. So it's only like 5 or 6 pieces, and you just bolt it all together. In this case, though, I wanted to change the wheels out, so I had to take all the wheels off, and I had to put new wheels on and stuff. So. So it's in a few pieces. It's not hard to put together. Nowadays, BMX bikes, all the kids ride them without brakes. I'm not a fan of that. I don't ride without brakes. They jam their foot in the tire to slow down and stop, and I need brakes. So I don't ride skateboards. I don't have brakes. Nope. But yeah, man. So I'm pretty pumped up on that. So that's my big BMX news. Thank you. As I sit here in a fucking fishnet shirt with all.
Hey, rock star, you got
Sally Sexy and.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my groove. That's my fun time.
So there's gonna be a lot of summer fun on the bikes, huh? Riding around.
Ride a little bit. Yeah, we'll play.
You gonna ride around like
yeah, I'm sure.
that?
I'll go over well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll bring it to Liquid Lust, and I'll do some stunts at Liquid Lust.
Oh my God, they would love you.
They might in the parking lot. Be like, what the hell is this fucking weirdo doing?
Yeah, they would totally love that sexy,
sexy guy on.
Very sexy.
Yeah, not like I'd fall and immediately scrape living shit out of every part of my body.
Fuck. We've done that.
Yeah, man, I've fallen off bikes with Sally. I've fucking scraped up my fucking. And always the first question is, "Did you hit your face? Did you hit your face?" No, I didn't hit my face. I'm fine. It's not my face. It's my shoulder. It's my sides. My knees. And I've done it for so long that if I do fall off a bike and I get scraped up, I'm like automatically I'm calculating in my head like how long it's going to be until the cuts heal up, because I'm like, that's like 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh my God, that last fall you took when we were in
Point
Yeah, well,
They
yeah,
had actually.
yeah,
That was gnarly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the bike, the green bike downstairs, and we rode all the way down there, and I didn't have the coaster set right, and I had a lot of slack, and it just slipped forward, man, and I just flipped right over the fucking handlebars. I was so pissed.
And we were like 7 miles away from home.
Yeah, and I had to ride home all cut up and scraped
like
up.
just literally dripping blood down your leg the whole way. I was like, I would have rode back and got the car and picked you up.
No, I wasn't hurt. I was just bleeding. I've been hurt before. I've been hurt, man. It's like one of those things.
Yeah, no, but still, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, it definitely sucked, but it was
yeah.
I know pain.
Yeah.
Broken arms and ripped ligaments and shit. So
it's sexy, isn't it? You know it's sexy, right? Yeah.
I've been in pain.
Yeah.
6 big scars or something.
Yeah.
I know what pain is.
Oh my goodness. So
I'm not really into bondage. Except that's why I'm not in S&M. Thank you. I know what pain is. Like, no, don't hit me, man. That'd not be cool. That'd not be good for you. That would not end well.
Mm-hmm.
You can tie me up though.
And spank you.
Yes, please.
Silly. Right.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh, what's next on your agenda there, lovely lady of
Well, the other night while we were camming, we had a lot of action going on.
Yeah, it seems to start off slow lately, and then the next thing you know, it's like
yeah. But when we're on, we are running multiple platforms.
That's the exact correct word. Usually right now we're running Stream8, Chatterbait, and ManyVids Live.
Yes. So, and a lot of times what happens is that we get multiple people that are PMing us on both, on 2 different, sometimes 3 different platforms. Mm-hmm. And the other night we had quite a bit going on. We had on Stream8, we had Cuck John, and I was dealing with him mostly. Yeah,
you were. We had the camera facing you, and I was doing you from behind, and you were. Yeah, you were doing all the talking and watching because you could see it really easy because it was big letters.
Yeah, and then but we were it was a private, right? That was a private. So we had a private with Cuck John, and at the same time, we had another private going on.
Yep, that was on Chatterbait, and we had a private going on
with Rich and his wife slapping her.
Oh yeah, ass. Slapping her ass. It was all about like powder. And shit. Yeah,
there was a lot of powder.
There was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I was talking. Yeah, I remember talking through that whole thing. That was wild. That was fun.
So I gotta say, I gotta hand it to us. Yeah,
we were playing the two camming sessions at the same time, 2 different platforms, and we're totally handling it, man.
Yeah.
Totally handling it.
He's doing one, I'm doing the other, and it's all going on at the same time.
It's all going smoothly. I was like, damn.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
we pulled it off. I was shocked.
That was interesting, man.
I was like, how are we going to get the Cuck guy in with the woman, with the guy with the wife that were slapping her ass with talcum powder? So
it's like, why? And although you can mention other things on Stream8 and ManyVids, you mention it not on Stream8, on Chatterbait and ManyVids. You can't mention anything on Stream8. Like we couldn't say like, oh yeah, we're on Chatterbait, blah blah. Can't. So we sort of have to be very sort of careful about what we're doing. So the reason that we do this is because there's times we could sit on like Stream8, which is across a shitload of sites, and nothing's going on. So you're just sitting there and you're like, geez, man, there's like so many other things. So we'll run a couple other ones. So if Chatterbait's on, we'll be chatting with somebody on Chatterbait. Chatterbait, they allow you to put up your OnlyFans link, and your Just for Fans link, and your Twitter thing, and other stuff that you're on. Like you can put you can promote yourself on there essentially. Mm-hmm. So that's very good just for exposure, and tons of people just go on there. Mm-hmm. So normally what happens is Stream8 will be on, and if we go into a private on Stream8 and we start doing stuff, you can show anything on Chatterbait and ManyVids. So people on there will start tipping because we're doing something. Mm-hmm. And then when we come out of the private, then we're calmed down again. We're covering ourselves up and everything. And then they want to see more. Then they start to tip again. So that's sort of how we play them all off one another.
It's kind of funny because you'll be hearing like beep, cha-ching, ching, ching, beep.
Yeah.
Cha-ching over here. And I'm like, oh my God. There's so many noises going off.
What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that
And then
mean?
the vibrator's going off, and it's running away across
like
the
if you
floor.
like the vibrating cock ring will start going off, but then your vibrator will be on the floor. And there was a couple of times we had like 3 different vibrators all hooked up at the same time, and she wasn't using any of them at the time because I'm doing her. And then friggin' all of a sudden the tip goes on, and it's all and it's all running across the floor and stuff. So we had to calm that all down.
Yeah, it was too much. I mean, they were running in different directions. It's loud, especially on an old wood floor. It's like
it makes it more fun. It's more people to interact with. It gets tiring when you're just sitting there going.
Yeah.
We're being exhibitionists, so come play with us.
Yeah.
Have fun with the sexy and shishindo, shishando, shabundo.
So everybody's been pretty cool, but again, we always get that one person that kind of pushes things.
Pushes the freaking buttons now.
Yeah, in the wrong direction. So we had a guy, Top, who kept asking us to show him.
Oh, I remember this. It was show tits.
Yeah, no, it was to show his cam to cam. He wanted us to show his cam to cam on our camera.
Yeah, which we would have the ability to do by taking the camera that we use for point of view stuff. It's wireless. It's on our Wi-Fi network, and we can like show Sally's face, and we can show the crotch, and we could like actually turn that camera around, point at his camera, and he could see him. But that is 100% a no-no on every single platform. Only performers that are allowed and have signed waivers to be on are allowed to be seen. So we can never ever show someone else on at the same time that's not signed up and on the platform. So he kept insisting that, can you do it? And we told him, like, no, I'm sorry, you can't do that. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then he did go into private, right? And he watched us for a while, and then
he wanted us
asked again, "Can you tell?"
We can't do that.
Stop.
Yeah, you know what I wonder too?
I wouldn't say he was like annoying. Like sometimes he get annoying. It was just like, come on, dude, like we can't do that. But
I wonder if like people go in there as ringers.
Yeah, to try and like screw you up and get you knocked off the platform or whatever.
Yeah, I really do wonder, because it's like they're very insistent, and they're asking you something definitely that everybody knows you should not be doing, like pissing on camera. Like StreamMate, that's a big no-no. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think you do that in many vids either. Like you can't pee.
No, I think
not my thing either. Like, peeing.
It's like no defecation, no urination.
Definitely not. Like that's just nasty.
But it is a thing.
It's a thing. That's not my thing, though.
No.
My thing is sexy black lingerie.
So, on the flip side of that, you have one particular admirer on your Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about 13-incher?
Yeah.
13-inch, the 13-inch cock. So I think we've talked about that person, like how they came, the husband came on and said, hey, would you like to bang my wife? And I was like, well, thank you, that's very nice of you, but I don't do that kind of stuff.
And she was quite attractive.
Very, very, very attractive woman, 60 years old. I've seen the pictures of her before you show me. She's a very attractive woman. I'm like, bravo. But no, thank you. She's, from what he tells me, or they've told me, she's just reached this peak and she's just constantly horny, and she's got a Sibian and she rides all the time. I'm like, God damn, that's sexy.
Good for her.
Good for her. I like that. But yeah.
And they sent you a video.
They sent me a video of she sent me a video of them doing it, man. And
so the thing is that
having a good time.
All right, so she's hit her peak. He's got a 13-inch cock. But what is the issue there? Why can't he fuck her or nothing?
I think because he can fuck a lot, but she can just keep going now. Like that's what it is. It's like she can just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going, and he's like, I just can't go. I can't go like 4 hours. So
that's why they wanted you to step in.
Well, they want other people to step in. Yeah. And I guess they noticed that because when I'm on my Instagram account, it's a sort of a joke thing, but it's like I'm Mitch Jagundo, stud to Sally Sexy. It looks like I'm a professional stud.
Well, you are.
I guess I am. I'm getting paid to. So Oh, this guy is. I guess this is all I guess stuff. I don't know. I guess I look relatively attractive. I look like I'm put together. Like I'm not, when I speak to people, I'm not like, yeah, man, she would love to fucking bang my fucking cock because it's the best. No, it's not like that. It's like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm very pretty white. I know. I am nice and cordial. I'm not a dickhead, although I have a dickhead. So non sequiturs left and right.
Yeah.
So I come across a decent human being, like, oh, you know what, man, my wife's really horny. She'd love to fuck you. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. It's like really sort of interesting. But thank you for the compliments.
So they decided to send you a video.
Yeah, she sent a video of them boning, or him boning her, boning away. And
the angle was first of all, who was in the room doing the video?
She said that it was her girlfriend was in the room, a friend of the family, a friend that they knew, and she was videoing.
Okay, that explains. It's like you're watching. I'm like, okay, so I'm watching these two people that supposedly have a 13-inch cock boning, but the question is, who's doing the camera work? Because it's not them.
Yeah, from what she said, it's a girlfriend of hers, and she's all about him.
All right. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the problem I had, not that there was a problem. I mean, it was very nice that they sent you a video, right?
I don't refuse any porn from a relatively attractive couple. So
okay.
Show me that thing.
But the thing was, we really wanted to see the 13-inch cock because I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I mean, I've seen some big dongers, and I'm not gonna say I haven't, but I don't think I've ever seen a 13-incher yet.
Yeah. So Sally wanted to see it, like getting pounded into this little lady, and the angle just wasn't there. I couldn't see it like properly. And I was like, they pulled that right at the end. I was like, oh no, I can't really see it. So you're like, I don't know if that's really 13 inches. I can't tell. I need to see a side angle. I need to see that thing just.
Yeah, I can't really tell, but I will say this. I heard a thud when he pulled it out. It was like that. And I'm like, well, maybe it is 13 inches.
That right there, that's the one hell of a kielbasi she's pulling out of that little love hole of hers.
So I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I can't see it, but it kind of sounded like it. It was kind of a thump. I'm like, yeah, well, it sounds like a 13-inch possibly. But, it's kind of like, it was kind of like one of them Bigfoot things, where it's a little blurry, a little shadowy. It kind of moved a little faster than you thought it was gonna, and then it was gone.
There's a name for that footage too, the one where he's walking and he turns sideways. Like, is that what? Huh?
Yeah.
So I gotta. She was hitting me up again saying, I'm so horny. I was like, thank you. Could you do us a favor, and or something we'll discuss in a little while? Did you vote for us for the ASN Lifestyle Awards as the best content creator?
Oh, you did? You told her?
Yeah, and she did. She's like, I did. I voted for you. I was like, thank you. Okay. Vote again. Vote often. Vote early. Vote often.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. See, things that happen when you're a cam guy start thing.
I know. I was like, I need a ruler. Where's my ruler? I'm trying
to pull that thing out and let me measure this.
I need to measure it.
Measure that Schwanzini.
So, Logan.
We didn't discuss Logan.
Nope.
Logan's come.
Logan's run, Logan's come. And it was a Logan's come.
Yeah, Logan is a regular in my personal room.
Mm-hmm.
He would come in all the time. And he has what I understand, what I've seen, he has a very attractive young woman as a girlfriend. He's always sending me pictures of her.
She's cute.
Yeah, she looks very cute. If everybody's telling me the truth, very cute woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the whole fantasy of me boning his woman, blah blah blah,
mm-hmm.
and then I saying like, oh, Sally is would find her attractive and blah blah blah. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, you can watch us fuck if you want. And I sent him to, because on StreamMate you're allowed to talk about other performers and send them to them. So I was like, yeah, you can watch us on here. Go to Sexy and Jagundo,
mm-hmm.
and you can watch us. So eventually he started watching us. He watched us one time,
mm-hmm.
and he really enjoyed it. Then he pulled us into private like last week together as a couple,
mm-hmm.
and he was all about like, will you do it? Because he'll send us pictures of his girl, and he's like asked me to print them out and do all kinds of things, and I've accommodated him. So he wanted us to look at the pictures of his girl while we're on StreamMate. We tried it one time, but it's really like sketchy. Like we said, like having somebody that's not doesn't have a waiver on, it's a bad thing. So we brought up her pictures actually on the screen and looked at them while we were boning, and he was in private.
Yeah.
And he was apparently having a good time.
Yeah, he just wanted us to he understood we couldn't show them.
But we were describing exactly.
Yeah, so he knew exactly what photos we were looking at.
Yeah, he knew we knew we were looking at.
Which is nice. I mean, it wasn't awkward that way.
Yeah, yeah. So he was then he really wanted a video of us going to town, watching at the same time seeing her pictures on the screen. He really wanted. He's like, that would be so hot. She would think that's so hot. That would be so sexy. I was like, all right. So we're in this private on StreamMate, and he's like, how much would it cost to do that? And I was like, I don't know. That's up to Sally. And Sally was like, 100 gold.
Well, he actually threw the 100 out there. Yeah, he threw that out. Okay. And then he's like, so what do you want? And I'm like, whatever you said before, if you're comfortable with that, that's fine.
So we're thinking that, like, at some point, I'm like, you message me and blah, 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 and we'll figure out how to do this and go back and forth. And he had found me on Kick. So he's messaged me on there. So the next thing we know is we're doing this, and he's all turned on. This the sound comes through that Sally had just gotten a massive tip of 100 gold.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And like, oh, we gotta do this video. How are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
And so he logged off. He's like, I can't see these videos. It's gonna be so high, so sexy. So she had been boning, I think, for like 20 minutes, man.
It was a lot
of boning.
Session.
It was a lot of boning.
On there for a long time.
A lot of boning. So I look at her. I go, how long do you think we should go for? Like, I'm like 5 minutes. He's like, 10. I was like, 7.5. She's like, no, we'll do 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna pay like that,
it's all her. Like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah.
So we're like, all right. So I'm semi-technical whiz with video shit. So I pull up her pictures. I put a layer on the video capture thing that we have. I pull up the 2 camera angles, and I start playing the videos as a slideshow next to our fucking. So now we got a video going where it's her slideshow going through. We're fucking talking about how cute her girlfriend is, how much she loved to bang us and all that, which is very, very cute. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we got it together. So then I'm like, oh, how am I gonna get this over to him? And so then I figured out that I'll edit the video together real quick and toss it up on our personal Google Drive and send him a link on.
And he could download it.
He was able to download it. So next day I got up, did it real quick. It was real simple to do. And he absolutely loved it. He was like, this is awesome. This is very hot. It's so sexy. She's going to love this, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But that's...
Yeah, that was unexpected.
I find it interesting that a young people would be like, I'm so into you older guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's very sweet of you. Very sweet of you to say about older people out here trying to keep our dentures in and bone a lot.
Oh my God.
I don't have dentures. I got a fake tooth. I have an implant right there. Yeah.
Like you needed to know that.
TMI from MJ.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was fun. That was interesting. But that was all him. I didn't throw any prices out there. He picked that price and we just kind of
went with it.
Yeah.
Went with it. Yeah, it was something different. That was different. We had him in before we got into this whole thing with that, and we were like, I don't know if we'll be able to do that. And then finally we're like, all right, we can figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah, you did. You totally figured that one out.
Happen. It's very
So
there's apparently it's a fancy with a lot of guys. They want their woman to be like attractive to. I like that. I have a problem with the guys. You go, oh man, she is so fucking hot. I'm like, yeah, she is, and she a freaking fox. Oh yeah.
That's cool though. That's very cool. So we're in a contest.
We are in somehow Somehow we snaked our way into a contest. I don't even know how. Well, I know how.
No, it was your fault.
I know the full
It's
story.
always his fault.
I know the full story of how we got to it. I was looking for somebody to make stuff for us, which got us to Full Swap Radio and Full Swap Shop, and then the guy I speak to on ASN Lifestyle Magazine also sent me a link. He's like, "Oh, you guys should vote on our ASN Lifestyle Awards." He's like, "You can vote if you want for yourself." So we're like, "All right." So we put it out there. We put it on our thing that, vote for us for ASN Lifestyle Awards, best content creator, as a joke. Like, we're like, yeah, whatever. No, this is not going to be a thing. So I turn around like a couple of weeks into this thing, voting going on, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, son of a bitch, we're like top 10. Like, we might be one of the nominees for this. And then it goes on. It's like, we're going to take the top 5 to the final round of voting. And we stayed, like, through the whole thing, we stayed in the top 10. And then right at the end, they're like, you know what, we're going to take the top 10. So it's like, it was guaranteed that we're going to be a nominee for this Adult Social Network ASN Lifestyle Awards thing that's going on, apparently in Las Vegas, apparently the first week of October. And
oh my God, can you imagine?
It's sort of crazy. So we are officially nominees on the ASN Lifestyle Awards for Best Content Creator.
Yes.
There'll be a little commercial thing that will pop up on this podcast too.
Yes.
That will go into it and tell you where to go. But I can tell you right now that what I did, being the IT, graphics, video, photography, everything guy, I realized that the link to vote for us is going to be very difficult to do and say on the internet. Be a real pain. So I went and created our own subdomain, which is vote.sexyenjagundo.com. And if you go to that link, it'll take you right to the website, the ASN Lifestyle Awards website. Just put your email address in, scroll down to Best Content Creator, pick us, Sexy and Jagundo, and then hit submit. And vote for us.
Yeah.
Because we like to bone for you and do things in wild and get crazy and have fun with all of our fun, freaky friends.
It would be a very fun year, knowing that we'd be going to Vegas for a big contest. A big
awards show. Sally wants to go to Vegas as it is.
Yeah.
So now this is just an excuse for her to, like, we go to Vegas. We go to Vegas.
Well, I mean, if we win, we got to go to Vegas, right? Yeah.
So voting is from now, when you see this podcast, till June 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So almost 2 months, I guess.
Right.
May to June. Yeah, 2 months of voting. So vote early, vote often for Sexy and Jagundo. And again, let's go to vote.sexyenjagundo.com. Oh my goodness, who would have guessed? I have to go back in time and discuss some things with 16-year-old Mitch Jagundo. You're not gonna fucking believe this.
No. So like we were talking before, we run the 3 platforms, and we have many vids, which we never really ever had a private on before.
Never had a true private on many vids. I stopped using that for a while when we were using the old iMac, because I was having a problem with the processing power. The GPU wasn't really giving me enough juice power to push the video feeds through all 3 sites. But now I'm using an old Mac Pro Tower with an insanely good graphics card in it, and it is no problems at all. So I got many vids running. I guess, like I said, Chatterbait and Streamlit running, and many vids is another place where we used to do a lot of custom videos.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, there's a bunch of different platforms that we're on. There's other ones we can be on. So I was like, maybe we'll put many vids back on. Maybe that'll drum up some interest in, like, oh, I'd like you to do a custom video of whatever thing they come up with. So we were sitting there, and somebody came in and started chatting with us, and asked us to do a private.
Yeah. And boy, was it unusual. It was not one that I've ever done before.
Well, it's actually, in this grand scheme of the human race, probably something that's relatively normal.
Oh, yeah.
But for us, it was something that was not even remotely
part of our reality.
Part of our reality in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I guess it's like dramatic pauses now. People are like, well, what the fuck did they want them to do? That was so weird, but yet normal at the same time.
basically, I was a breeder.
Breeder. She wanted me breeding Sally.
Yeah, and it was like an explicit kind of breeding.
Yeah, it was like I was keeping her pregnant. Once she popped out one, I was knocking her right back up again.
In fact, he was fucking me while I was pregnant. Yep. And my fertile fields was
getting plowed. Yeah, that was a long private.
It was very long.
He loaded up on credits.
Yeah.
And then went in there until he ran out of credits.
Yeah.
And we were, Sally was doing a really good job of talking up, getting banged and bred and knocked up again. And you gonna get some
I want more, and my uterus is screaming for more seed. It's kind of just foreign for me because I don't have any kids.
I don't have any kids either. Yeah. So like the whole idea of like wanting to breed and reproduce and all these things, like, no, it's not really my thing. But I tell you what, man, I will do it for. Yeah. I am a great experienced sex actor. I once did Macbeth in the mouth.
So yeah,
I once did Miss Beth in the mouth.
There you go. Yeah, so we did it, and he was
very happy. He's chatted us up about doing another custom video, but he hasn't come through on that yet.
Okay, well, I mean, he was on there quite a bit, yeah. So who knows? Maybe we'll see him again, or Mr. Fertile Land.
Mr. Fertile Fields of Lusty Breeding.
His name was AC.
Yeah, something AC something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd be more than happy to breed for you. Watch out, she's a breeder.
Yeah, I was breeding. I was breeding hard.
Little Mitch.
I was in heat.
I need you to fill me with your love seed now.
Yeah, impregnate me.
She was the impregnatrix.
Yeah, let me feel that hot cum.
That hot sticky load in my vaginal love canal.
There you go.
In my womb of Jagundo-ness.
Of the universe. Right?
Yeah.
It was different, It's quite a social experiment when you start to realize the different things that turn people on, and their kinks, and what they enjoy, and what people like.
Yeah, it's really like interesting. People are really a lot of different things. I've just always been like, people know I'm just like I'm from the Betty Page era of sexy, like black lingerie and high heels, and that turns me on. That gets me going. That's what sexes me up. But but I'm interested. I'm an open-minded guy, man. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with anything. Let's try
it. Do you want to go down this road?
Which road is this? What highway are we talking about? Jesus loves us. So I have this weird thing that happens to me, and it happens to be quite friggin' often. I am not religious in any way, shape, or form. Not even remotely. There's nothing there that's made me go like, oh. But I get on more than one occasion, I'll have somebody just walk past me, hand me a flyer where it's like, Jesus loves you, Jesus this, Jesus that, and I'm like, could you just go away? Just go away from me, man. So the other day we do a couple of mile walk. Try to do it whenever it's nice out. We're definitely like, we want to walk. We have this nice trail by our house. Scroll up and down. So we go out and we're walking down the trail. We're having a good time, and we're discussing things that we discuss. And this woman walks past us, and as we have a tendency to do, we usually smile. Like, hi, how you doing? How you doing? It's an American thing for those of you that might be listening in other countries. I've heard that's an American thing. Like most people in other countries, like Europe, they don't acknowledge each other. They just walk past each other. They're not like really into the whole, like, if I don't know you, there's no point in me having to say hello to you. So we walk past this older woman, and then like I glanced at her. She glanced at us. I had been animatedly talking about some issues, and had nothing to do with religion though. And she walks past. She looks over at us, looks at me, and goes, "Just so you know, Jesus loves you." And I was like, what? Why are you looking at me and telling me that Jesus loves me? I don't get this. I don't understand it. Trust me, probably if he knew what I was doing, according to you, the way that you guys follow your religion, he would not be happy with me boning.
I don't know about Jesus. Maybe God would not be happy with us. But Jesus, I don't know.
Jesus, I think, is a little mellower. Although Jesus and God were the same thing.
Water in the wine, so water.
That's true. It's like he was changing water into wine, so he must have had a good time at some point there. So.
Yeah, although wine was safer to drink than water, so I'm sure that was why.
I just don't. What I don't get. I'm not going to go into the whole religion thing. Well, that's pretty funny with the wine. But I don't walk up past random people, look over at them, smile, and then go, "Hey, maybe you should watch some porno and jerk off and de-stress yourself because you seem very stressed the fuck out." You know?
Could you imagine?
Like, no, that's not going to come out of my mouth because of the thing that I would think of. Like, wow, that guy looks really fucking stressed out, or that woman looks like she's a total prude. Maybe if she just watched like 2 or 3 guys gang bang a chick, she might just fucking calm down a little bit. You should probably watch a little lesbian porn because it's pretty soft and mellow and it'll be pretty sexy. No, I don't think to just randomly say shit to people that might particularly piss them off. So
it's like you kind of want to ask them why they feel like what the need was to do that, but you almost don't. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about you. I don't want to hear your spiel of whatever it is that you're going to hit me with because I have all my answers prepared should we ever go into a deep discussion of anything religious because I know a lot more about religion than most religious people do. Yeah. I just find that's funny. That's I guess is the thing that pops in my head. I'm like, I don't walk around randomly saying shit like, you are way overweight. You should probably ride a bicycle or exercising more. Like, I'm not going to say that to somebody because that's like an asshole thing to say. And I'm like, I don't know their situation. I don't know what their deal is. I'm not going to say that. No. So why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. It doesn't pop into my head to like be a jerk to someone. How did she know we weren't Jewish? What? Well, that's what I mean. Seriously. Or Muslim or something. Well, yeah, or anything. Like, why would you not even... Pagan, I don't know. Well, yeah, that is the case, though. I am pagan. So, but it's not even that. It's like, okay, so I am pagan. I don't flaunt it. There's no reason for you to even think it by looking at me. But how do you not know I'm not some other mainstream, like a Buddhist? Or like, why would you be so arrogant not to assume that? I don't get it. I just can't. And it was that. Of course, that after that happened, they had to. Then the rest of the walk was discussing like, why do people have a tendency to do that? And why is it always that one? I never have a Jewish gentleman wander up past us and go, "Excuse me, but do you know that Yahweh loves you?" Or somebody who is Muslim. Walk past and go, Muhammad is thinking of you. I've never had a pagan walk up, roll past me and go, Odin blesses you, my son. I've never had a Satanist walk up to me and go, the devil has blessed your soul. And I've never had that. No. I've never had any. It's only the people in that denomination that have that tendency to spout that out. They got to push that out into the universe. You got to push that into the universe. Me, personally, I'm an Sexapalian. That's what you need to say. I'm a Sexapalian. I'm a sexy rascallion. Oh, my God. It's just, I just don't get it because it's 2023. And that is in the Common Era, CE. That is not in the year of our Lord. That is not something that I believe in. And it's actually just an indiscriminate number that we came up with because we can keep track of shit. It means absolutely nothing. Because according to the Chinese, it's like the year 6,000 and change. I believe it was a 3,000 and change. Yes. So we've seen to the farthest reaches of the universe. Everybody needs to calm down. Like, we've got things to take care of here. It's Mitch Sagan over here. Mitch Sagan used the billions and billions of orgasms that need to be made daily to keep the human race from falling into despair. Let us get on the Starship Orgasmo. Journey into the Velvic continuous orgasm. I like it. I like it. That's our new show. Oh man, it'll be Mitch Sagan. It'll be Ride the Wild Dildo. Starship Dildonics. Dildonics. We could start our own religion and called it Dildonics. Dildonics. Hooked on Dildonics worked for me. Oh man.
and there's nothing stopping anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Church of Dildonics.
The Dildonians. We'll
We have
the Dildonians.
several levels.
We have the 6-inch, the 7-inch, the 8-inch, and if you ever reach the 10-inch level, you get a free prize.
But
you walk funny.
There are certain levels. There is the 13th level, and that is the Messiah.
Or the Miss Aya.
The Miss Aya. Boom.
Oh my goodness. Boy. So yeah, I got hit by the Jesus Loves Me on the trail, and I'm like, no, thank you very much, but no. I'll tell you what though, if I saw some guy walking down the trail in robes, with a beard and sandals on,
I would say,
hey, what's going on, dude?
Let's go have some wine.
Hey, do me a favor, can you turn this? Oh, I wouldn't, because I don't drink, but Sally would.
I would go have a glass of wine.
A glass of wine with the
Yeah.
The Jadester.
JC
and the yes. Oh man.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay, that's all you got. So we're signing off. So we're gonna leave you at the Church of Dildonics. Blessed be the mighty orgasm.
And you too can be the 13th.